What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Today is Sunday, and we are doing Sunday's Throwback, which is Hell Up in Harlem. Remember, we did part two about a month back in December. We did the first part, and everybody talked about part two. That we decided to come back with part two and bring that to you guys. So we're gonna get into it. It's Hell Up in Harlem with myself, TAMEIKA'S Den, and I got Inga, and her channel is called My Views and My Opinions. I might have it wrong though. What's your channel called, Inga?
What is it?
I was trying to give you a little
that's just my thoughts and opinions.
Okay, I knew it was something like that. I was close.
Y'all know what I'm doing.
What's up, Tamika?
Hey y'all, what's going
Tamika.
on?
All right, so being that we discussed this movie, this character in the movie, the first part a couple of months ago, I did not know. This is how we got on this. I did not know that this was a part two to this. And I found that out, and I never saw this movie. So this was all new to me. I like this movie better than the first movie. So today's vote that's in the chat, I want to know your opinion. Which movie did you like better, Black Caesar or Hell Up in Harlem? Cast your vote. We'll cast it out at the end. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, okay? Okay, so do you got any more fun facts with this, Tamika? Or we basically covered it. Talking about the first movie. I think that's what me and Inga was talking about too. So
yeah, because I didn't know it was either until we was discussing it, and then I checked it out. And at first I was kind of like, I know we're gonna get into it, but I was like, why did we start here? Why did we do it like this? But then I remembered that it was not released. That ending was not released to everybody. So I'm assuming when they worked on this part, they went based off of that.
Right. I remember when you were discussing that, you did say that the ending with the kids wasn't there in the movies. Mm-hmm. So they had that part like I guess it was an extended version or something of the DVD. I mean, not DVDs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So let me see who's up in the chat. We got Tina, we got Kendall, we got RC. I saw Rashandria, and I know it's Sunday. If not, y'all just catch the replay. We're gonna keep it moving. And
I agree, RC. I like both of them the same equally.
Okay. So look, I know it was hard, but I just figure how sometimes you gotta make a choice. I figure I'd do it. Like that.
Yeah.
Now it starts off with right where he got Pow in the city. And he runs and ends up calling his father, and his father comes, and then they go to a playground that he used to play at when he was a kid, and then he said, well, let me see if I could call some people, my boys, and they come and they carry him to the hospital because they know if they call an ambulance, it could go left with him where they could take him out. Right. So what was y'all thoughts on this whole thing and them getting to the hospital without him getting injured? Because remember, we saw that whole car chase before, and then we saw him get out, and then it ended up going a different way. What was y'all thoughts about them? About us seeing a different version of this after we just seen this a couple of months ago? Because like I said, this is new to me. So.
Now go ahead, Tamika.
Yeah, like I said, for me, I was a little thrown off at first because at first I was thinking like, okay, we're gonna pretend that this whole thing didn't happen. It's supposed to be a different universe. Like, is this supposed to be like a dream sequence? But of course, it came to me again that they did make that change. So have made that change and that part not being in the original endings, I'm assuming that they went off of that, and I'm like, well, if we going from there, then it does make sense. But I was a little thrown off by it in the beginning. But I did like the fact that was really Harlem Hospital. And I'm like, let me find out they over here going in there with the hammers out, holding all of them. You know, that's how I used to look back in the days. Of course, me and all my siblings was born in there, and I had to take many trips with my sister there. So I was cracking up when they showed the picture on the wall and all of that. You know, none of that is there now. It looks completely
so they probably
different.
did it this hospital over more than once since then.
Yeah.
So hey Michelle Wilder. I'm saying Michael. I'm sorry.
And Kendall, yes, that is the father from the original Superfly. Yes.
Yes. So
hey
look,
Tina.
they had the hospital. They knew that the police was going to be at the hospital, but they had enough people to handle them. And once they took the doctor out the hospital and commandeered an ambulance, I thought that was hot. What was your thoughts with this whole thing? I felt like they were all working together. We don't see brothers do that much like that. And he knows that his life is in danger because of the ledger that he has. And what was your thoughts about him hiding those ledgers in the park under those rocks?
It was smart. He had to hide them. You know, he had to hide them somewhere. And he knew that was a spot that only him and Tommy knew about, that nobody knew about. So,
Tamika, was you worried when you saw this guy looking like he might have saw? Because that's what I was thinking about. I was like, I hope this guy don't come and walk over there and take the
bullet. I didn't know if that was necessarily the best, hiding place. Like I said, when we first started, because I might have seen it. It might have been a long time ago. But if I did, I didn't remember it. If not, it was the first time, or I definitely wasn't watching it as it being a sequel. So with it happening like this, I was at first like, well, wouldn't he have like called his dad first and his dad come and get him from where we seen him laid at in the park? But like I said, they doing it a completely different way. But I thought it was smart that he was hiding it. But I did feel like, okay, Pops, are you looking around? Are you making sure nobody else ain't, watching? It still was kind of in the open. And I'm like, if he just putting it underneath them, rocks, is somebody gonna come along and find it? But he was on it. Pops was there.
The Pops was running through, jumping over fences, jumping over park benches. The father he was on it.
Yeah, he was really on it. But they did try to get him. But his friend Zach was following everything, and he helped him out because it looked like they was gonna try to throw him off this building. And
I do have a fun fact about Zach, the actor who plays Zach. He's also an old school porn star back in the day too.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Lord!
He's been in porn before.
Out.
So
he was in
look him up.
Wow, chicka, wow,
wow. Back in the day, like them old 70s porns and stuff.
Yeah,
shout out to Zach.
Yeah.
You hear me, Tamika? I don't got no sense, but he was like that though. Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
But he definitely was a hothead, Zach. He definitely was a hothead.
I liked him in this movie though, but he knew that it's a possibility this person was going to become an adversary eventually because the way he said he's ambitious. I thought that was a foreshadowing moment for me right there. I thought he was going to, do some type of backstab and stuff. What are y'all thoughts? Did y'all feel the same way? Or, y'all saw this already, so y'all used to going through the motions?
Yeah, I felt the same way, and I was scared for Pops. I said, "Oh Lord, don't tell me Pops about to get taken out already." But Pops was like, "Y'all don't know I'm a vet. I done been out here fighting. Okay, y'all got to come a little better than that."
Yeah, it was cool that he took out the cop. Yeah. So, next we see Papa Gibbs.
Papa don't take no mess.
This
is like Papa don't take no mess. I mean, the father. I said earlier, how do you go from being just a salesman? He want nothing to do with the son's business, and now look at him. He like Nicky Barnes taking over the city.
I was a little surprised.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just saying I was a little surprised to see Pops just transform and start being like, yeah, okay, I'm out here in these streets. Okay, call me Big Papa.
Yeah, Big
I
Papa.
was like, well, wait a
I loved
minute.
it. Every time they kept playing it, I loved it.
Okay, so fun fact. Do y'all think Biggie got his name from this movie? I thought it was always the other movie, Biggie Smalls, but then
he
remember
didn't get
he
it
had
from
to
there.
change
He
his
got
name.
it from the movie with the Bill Cosby movie.
Yeah. But then remember they made him change his name from Biggie Smalls. He couldn't be called that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then he used to reference Frank White, so he referenced a lot of different movies and stuff like that. But
right.
Y'all did think about him when that part was playing.
The father was sharp. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bald head dude next to him also was in Superfly. Wasn't he Freddie on Superfly?
Yeah, that he was there. I was saying to y'all earlier, I was saying this to Inga. I said who he looked more like, Jada Kiss, but now I got another one. Is it Charlemagne or Jada Kiss? Which one, y'all?
Maybe Charlemagne.
Hey, Lisa Boston.
Yeah, let's do it again. That's where the name Biggie Smalls came from. Let's do it again. Yeah. But Helen here, it was, I mean, I don't even know what to say. One minute I like Helen, and another minute she got on my nerves and I couldn't stand it. So I don't know.
This is when she pissed me off the most.
Yeah.
Oh no, wrong picture, y'all. This is when she pissed me off the most.
We ain't ready for hot tail yet.
Nah, I have my cursor in the wrong place, y'all. My bad. But this is when she pissed me off the most. You gonna go to the police, and you know they got it in for your man, and you gonna try to get them to stop, and they behind this whole thing,
right?
And then they started, feeling her up in the car.
That was horrible. Yeah.
So you know how we talk about? Did this have a what do I say? Like the transitioning, like did this transition well into the 2000s or what? It wasn't as bad as the first one, y'all.
Yeah. But these movies like here didn't transition for now. No, you have to realize you have to put your brain into that time zone and enjoy for that, because you can't think, because now all these dudes would be arrested and everything now.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah. And I would have thought that Helen would have had more sense, but some people ain't got the sense God gave a Roach. But you would think after what she went through and her man being taken out, it would be a lesson learned here. Like we would not go down that route. Yeah.
And I have to agree with RC. He said I was done with Helen from the first movie.
Absolutely.
But I didn't like seeing her get slapped around and taken advantage of. That's why I agree. Yeah, I was done with Helen too. Yeah,
I was done with her too. Soon as she came to the police, I was like, why is she even here? Once they took them babies, I was like, all right, good. Now we don't got to see her no more. So I thought.
I definitely was done with her when she tried to set him up and everything. Yeah. Or even when she in the first movie when she slept with Joe, the best friend. I was done with her. So yeah, everybody's saying, Kendall even saying Helen got on their nerves. So I mean,
yeah. So yeah, she got on my nerve with this. But I didn't understand. They to me this part was jammed in, and I didn't understand why, because it was a good fight scene. Don't get me wrong, but I think this part was unnecessary because he already had enough people coming at him, and then you just created this fight scene, and I guess it was because they knew that they was coming after them. But I just I don't know. I thought it was unnecessary. What was y'all thoughts about it? What's up, OG?
Yeah, I mean, listen, they be throwing stuff in these movies anyway. They kind of threw stuff in the last one, but I guess it was supposed to be just showing action.
Look, they just for action. That's all. Yeah,
they ain't even have no good kung fu. They was just look. They said, "Look, we just gonna pick up some Asian guys." But they ended up taking them out. It was like a quick fight. They took them out, and then they went off on their own mission to go after these people to get them to take this case down, because you know that they had not only Tommy, but they had his father, where they got him where they saying he did something to the police, where they trying to lock them up. So this, you know, he went there to do some negotiation with these people.
That's my girl right here.
This part was a whole, if we don't realize this was a whole Navy SEAL scene.
Yes.
Like they did some real stuff that they still doing now in movies when they show this. And I thought this was awesome. Like, we were before our times. It just shows like our ideas, but we don't, at that time we probably didn't have the Hollywood glitz and glamour to pull it off to make it look more.
Yeah, of course. They didn't have the money, the budget back then.
Right, but I thought this was awesome though. They was using harpoon, pow-pows and everything.
Well, you know something? You see how in these movies, and we can name any of these they call black exploitation movies. They were the black people were united, they were organized. If we would do stuff like this now, we could go much further as people. Because they were together. They were like, they get a group of I don't even think people would do this now. You know,
I'm gonna give you a sidebar for this. You see how everybody's running the Tubi right now, and all of the movies is black over there. This is a sidebar, y'all. Do y'all remember when they did that with the UPN and Fox and the CW? They used us, and we bought all of these shows. And as soon as the networks got popping, they got rid of the black shows.
Right.
So keep in mind, keep y'all eye on Tubi. Remember, I said that, okay? Because it's owned by you know, people of color. I mean, you know, white people. I mean, but we're basically pushing that brand. Yeah, we're doing TikToks, we're doing reviews, we're doing all of that stuff. We're bringing content there, and I hope they don't do a whole you know, act like they don't know us once they get their footing. So, like I said, pay attention to y'all. Moving on. I know that was a sidebar, but I had to let y'all know that.
No, but I liked how they was organized. Look at these old ladies here. They got the pow. I'm saying, I don't know if this would happen now. You know,
it's possible.
They was organized in the first one too, though, when they came to the where they had that burnt up chicken or turkey, whatever it was, and they was on the roofs and you know, came through acting like they was dropping something off, doing a delivery, whatever, and they just was coming from every angle. So it kind of like, you know, they done upped it up since then, but I was like, okay.
Remember how they attacked the Italian restaurant? I think was it?
Yep, that too. So OG says they off them like ham hocks, pig feet, and collard greens. Yes, he was like, yes.
and watermelon for dessert. That's right. Y'all. He said for dessert, watermelon. Go ahead, mama. I love it. Look at them white chicks running. Slap her across her face. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Kick her in her face. That's what I'm talking about.
Get out of here. That's they gave her that Barbarella look. Remember how James?
I remember Barbarella. Yeah, I remember. Yes. Barbarella, you really taking it back now. Yeah, I bet I loved it. I love this scene. I love
this scene, but what I liked most was this.
The old lady up top.
Now you got black-eyed peas, greens, chitlins, collard greens, pink feet, cornbread, poke butts,
chitlins. And for dessert, he turned up his nose like he can't eat it. Come on, man.
I know Mama's made that good pig feet too, honey.
I know.
Had it
that cornbread, them collard greens, that probably was good. I bet you that plate was good.
and it was. That's when real food was real food.
Right. Yeah. LSW said that looks so good.
So good.
That looks so good. And that them maids in the back, man, them ladies with the gun, they had to look the pow. They were like pow. They just look so funny.
They was happy to do that. They was like, look, we coming. Look, we have dinner ready. We coming at this time. They had everything ready too. They was ready to bring out some food.
Look how they was organized, but you can't get the Thomas family organized on that other show. But they was organized. They had them all together.
Yeah,
they wasn't playing no games.
Yeah. Everybody keep trying to defy Rock. That's that.
Oh, and sidebar, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I just want to say Tamika looks beautiful in that blue.
I know.
Nice. I like it. Yeah.
Look, her lipstick.
She look like Diana Ross or something.
Oh,
thank you.
Everybody, look, y'all ain't told me y'all was showing skin. I ain't get to show skin. I was trying to show. Look, she's showing her shoulder. She's showing all up here, and I just got a measly old t-shirt on. Anywho, so they go back. After he takes them out, he wanted to make sure that him and his father was going to get off of this case. And then there was this whole thing with the war on the pushes where they seeing like it's a whole shutdown and everything. But you know why I took this picture? Don't she look like Michelle Obama? The lady behind him.
She do.
That's the only reason why I took it. I was like, look, don't she look like?
She do. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I just put that in just to show it. I know I had, I'll be older than y'all with the screenshots and stuff. But he goes to church and he hears him talking about basically turning on him and his father. What did y'all think about the Reverend?
I wasn't surprised because we saw at the ending of the last one that he, really was starting to believe now. And so for him, he's like, you pumping, trash and
pausing
you making things worse.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He kind of turned his life around, I think. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck is wrong with him? Didn't he come to him for help last time? And you mean to tell me you're going to have a whole sermon about this dude? That was crazy to me.
Yeah, but I mean, he turned his life around, so I guess he...
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying, but still.
Yeah, so maybe that's
I wouldn't have made that the topic of my discussion for my part. Because if he get jammed up when he need money, because remember, he was acting like he was a healing preacher in the other one.
Oh, he was a con artist at first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now we see he was like, this broad, I don't know what this broad want, y'all.
Fred Williamson always sharp, man. The hats and the suits.
Yes.
They had him sharp.
And then we also heard this where he had the little riff with Big Papa had the riff with his friend. Zach, I forgot his name. Oh, with Zach.
Yeah.
So then, once I seen that, I was like, oh, Zach gonna be a problem. I already see this coming. Zach wanna be the big dog. He feeling a kind of way because he moved his father in that spot. He thought he was gonna be his right hand man. So yeah, he was feeling a kind of way.
Oh yeah, he was feeling a certain way about it. Yeah.
Now she coming back here trying to see her kids. And he like, go on. Get out of here. They done took the kids. Grandpa got the kids.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they literally just took, and even though that one baby is not even his, it's Joe's baby, right?
Mm-hmm. The little one.
Yeah, but he took the kids from her. I mean, that's...
Yep, he took the kids from her, and he was like, ain't nobody gonna touch you because they know not to touch you. That was put out there on the street that nobody lay a hand on her.
Yeah, but what about Suge Avery up at the top? What y'all think about her?
Look, she's in love with him now. Look, I thought she was with the preacher at first. What was y'all thoughts?
No, I just thought she was, a part of the congregation, and it was funny because, he just thought like, I snapped my fingers and you gonna come on over here. And she was trying to play it off like, listen, mister, I'm not interested in that type of party. Okay, you need to get your soul saved. But once that money came up, she was like, well, wait a minute.
That's right.
We switched up real quick. Preacher was still talking about, I don't want your money. She was like, you're going to turn down all of this?
Yeah.
So, I don't think he was ever, but he wasn't in love with this woman. He still was in love with Helen.
Yeah,
he was just a fall, you know, the fallback girl or something, you know.
He knew she was a good girl and she was gonna take care of them babies. So that's why
Monique.
she was there. And then they show, hey Monique, and then I'm getting ready to say Monique 69 ways. I don't know. But 3 years later, they showed them as being a family, and he's like, we going to California, we gonna get married, because remember, there was like a little power struggle, and him and his father got into that rift, so he was ready to leave anyway. So he was like, I'll let y'all take care of New York. I got Detroit, and I got to take care of some stuff in LA. So he decided to move away. And that's when things kind of go left with his whole organization in New York. What do you think?
I didn't like that he didn't listen to his father, or he didn't believe. He started out saying, I don't believe that. But then he still kind of, to me, fell into the trap. But then he wanted to leave anyway and get out and, you know, marry her and all of that kind of stuff. But I was like, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
he did love those kids though.
Yeah, he did. He did, because you saw him actually being a dad to him when he had time.
Mm-hmm.
And, we didn't see the little girl that much after though.
No, we sure didn't. No, we only really saw the little boy. Yeah, and even at the end, you only see the little boy. So yeah. Well, I know one thing. He told everybody in town, or everybody knew that was Tommy's girl. I mean, not to mess with Helen, not to mess with the kids, but.
So what did y'all?
Zach don't care.
Yeah. Well, getting to Zach, I'm glad I'm gonna segue into this. Zach was supposed to be sticking close to D'Angelo, and I thought this was a bad idea from the get-go. Tamika, what was your take on that? Like, I was just
Zach couldn't be trusted. He was an undercover hater. Like, he was acting like he was down with them and working for them and had their back. But every time you turned around, like you said, we had those foreshadowing moments, you know, even with him sitting in the chair and Pop saying, you know, you like sitting there? And he's like, yeah. I forgot what he said. He told him to get his behind up on his chair. And he was always like side-eyeing and grilling them at the same time. Right. So you could kind of see what was coming up.
Did you get a picture of the scene where Zach was talking disrespectful to the father?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he had to get
said,
that's when he was sitting in the chair.
Yeah, and he was like, "Don't you talk to my pa like that," or something
right.
like that.
Yeah, he said that.
He said, "Apologize to my pa."
And you ain't saying it like you mean it. Like, he was already showing the signs, so I wouldn't have been putting him in charge of nothing.
No, a person like
oh, he said, "Get your dead ass out my chair." Thank you, Aussie.
Wait, good Aussie. So remember,
Zach was disrespectful to Big Papa. He was.
I think he was disrespectful, OG knowledge, just for the simple fact he thought he was going to be Tommy's number 2. So that kind of threw him off that he brought his father in.
Right. Yeah, he was always talking nasty about the father. He was jealous.
So we see that he goes and he finds Helen and he takes Helen out.
But at this point, but even before that, wait a minute, everything in Helen's life went to crap. Now she's working the stroll. Now she's a call girl looking down the street because she can't, because Tommy done messed up her singing career. Nobody ain't gonna hire her as a singer. And
they don't even want to hire her as a dancer.
So the next thing is she got to make money. So the next thing she on the street. So
I felt bad for her here though, even though I didn't care for her, and I could take her being out on the street and, you know, the kids is going and all that, because what she did to Joe, what's his name? Joe? Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
That wasn't right. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
this guy, that was a bit much for me. I was like, come on now. He done chased her down. And she thinking that it came from Tommy, even though he said nobody wasn't going to hurt you. She figured this is my payback coming from him. So she's like, tell Tommy thank you, because at one point she was begging them like, y'all might as well go ahead and put me out of my misery. I don't want to live my life without my kids. But that's when he said, nobody's gonna touch a hair on your head. You're gonna be fine.
That's
and it seemed like she was okay with it as long as she thought it was coming from Tommy. But when he said Tommy ain't got nothing to do with this,
because she like she was ready to go.
Yeah.
It seemed like she was at peace at first until he told her that, and then she started wanting to fight back.
Yeah.
But it was too late at that point. Yeah. And why you think why is it Zach's business? Why he caring about Helen? Like he just did. I think he just did it to dig at Tommy, because Helen ain't got nothing to do with the business. Why are you trying to chase this woman down, take her out?
I think it was about just digging at him, getting at him with the business, but also putting a separation between him and his father.
There you go. He did that to cause a rift between him and his dad, and that's what that was all about.
That's what it's about. Yeah. Yes. Suburban. We talked about that at the beginning.
Did you ladies mention that Freddie from Superfly was in the movie? Yes, we did. And you know what we also mentioned, Suburbia? Who he looked like more, Jadakiss or Charlemagne the God? Who he look like more to y'all? Do he look like Charlemagne the God or Jadakiss with that milk dud head all shiny?
I couldn't stand this dude right here.
Oh yeah, D'Angelo. Yeah, he was a jackass. See, look, who he look like more, y'all? Charlemagne the God.
I say more Charlemagne, man.
Look, he look like Charlemagne to me. Anywho, so he finds out that she's gone. So now he's going hitting the streets to see who did what. So I was
he know this guy know all the information. So but that's why he
think it's his father though, because remember him and his father had that rift where he told him that he needed to take her out. He said she was going to be a problem. And he didn't want to do that because of course it's the mother of his kid. That's when they was arguing about that. So yeah, I didn't like the division with them, but he did it in a manly way where he was like, look, you handle New York, I'm gonna go take care of Detroit. And
because at first when the cop told him, he was like, I don't believe you. But then when I guess that's the one that keep the ear to the streets and be knowing everything that go down, obviously they had paid him off. When he went and asked him and he was like, yeah, it was your father, then he was more inclined to listen to that. But he should have known they had paid that damn guy off.
They paid that. That's what I knew. Yeah, that's what I always thought too. Every time I see that movie, I was like, oh, they paid this guy off.
But this is when we were seeing him be like the kingpin, the father. They was playing that music. He was going around seeing people and all of this other stuff. So he was really enjoying the life of being being in charge in Harlem.
Right.
So he really liked it. He liked being looked up to. He felt like he was more. He became more of a man. He even came back to his mother's grave because he felt like he could come there and be all right.
He even said to the mother on the grave, he said, I'm a bad person,
Yeah, you wouldn't be happy with what I'm doing, but I'm doing some things out here.
Yeah,
exactly.
And he also said he hasn't been there in a long time, so it probably was hard for him, or they want to make it seem like it was hard for him to face all of that. Suburbia said he looked like Jadakiss.
Kendall said he looked like Steve Harris. You know Steve Harris from BMF and the Wood Harris brother.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Kendall. He might look more like him when I think about it. Yeah.
Didn't my bald head give me away? So look, we had a whole. They've been living their lives
in California.
And they were ambushed. But it was they was able to get away from all of that. He was able to take out everybody that came to that house single-handed.
Yeah, he was on him, baby, because she was about to get taken out. She over here walking away from him, getting mad at him, saying, "Oh."
She was talking about he's not living a godly life.
Right.
That's right.
And,
That's right.
You know, the way you talking, that would be like me talking about me, you know, not believing in God anymore, doing what's right. And she walking away from him, and they came out of nowhere. Then I was like, was that the same house that Helen and Joe was at before? It kind of looked the same.
It looked like it, right?
I think it's the same house. I think it looked like
he was just flipping them, throwing them.
Well, keep in mind, he did send them out there, so it probably was his house to begin with. That's probably why he was so mad like that. You know, I done sent you out here to take care of her singing career, and y'all out here making babies.
Yeah, okay? Right.
Yes, Suburbia. We talked about that.
Yeah, at the beginning, we talked about yeah, and that's why he couldn't forgive Helen, just because sleeping with his best friend, you know.
Yes. So moving on. Look, they had a showdown. I guess it was gonna see. We had the who's the big dog fight here, and I thought I was like, why is this old man trying to fight this young dude? And they letting it go down, but nobody jumped in. What was your thoughts on the fight?
Yeah, once he told him he had a bad heart and he don't even got to do nothing to him, his heart would give out, he would have a heart attack. I was like, I mean, yeah, granted, nobody ain't jumping, and you know, Pops was still holding his own, all things considered, but I felt like they should have broke it up. They shouldn't even let it go down to begin with. And then he ended up having the damn heart attack. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
So Pops was in a lot of blaxploitation movies, Friday Foster and Shaft's Big Score, just to name a couple.
That is true.
Wasn't he in Shaft too?
He definitely was in he's in Shaft's Big Score. That's the third, I mean the second installment, the sequel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 3 versions of Shaft. But they Friday Foster, he worked with Pam Grier and Friday Foster. Yeah, if we ever do Friday Foster, we'll see him in there.
Okay, so look, he finds out that his son got kidnapped. So now he's looking all over for him. He was already mad at the preacher. Oh no, I jumped ahead. My bad.
But he running across a beach with some hard dress shoes on.
Yo!
In a suit and a turtleneck. It's hot as hell out there. And he running across the beach with his dress shoes on. I was like, go ahead, Fred Williamson. Because I know I wouldn't be able to do it.
This is when we find out he has to go to California now because he knows that they trying to kidnap his boy. Because remember, they came there twice. So he comes back to New York. And this is when he finds out everything about his dad and all of that other stuff. Right. And then his son, they knew that Zach was out there to get his son.
Yeah.
And did you see when he took out the guy at the park?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved
it. And
all
then you find out these two is in cahoots together finally. This was the reveal. I was like, I hope them books was gonna be there. I was worried about that. But everything was where he left it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess it was a spot where nobody knew about, you know?
Yep.
And so
these two he's on his way to take out, they both on their way to California to go get this boy, to go get his son.
Right.
Jason. And he misses the flight. Y'all, he misses the flight. This was at JFK
was running
airport.
like O.J. Simpson through that airport.
Did you see that?
You running through the airport with some hard dress shoes on. He running like he was O.J. Simpson.
I was like, yo, you never see guys like that running in hard shoes no more. They don't even show their feet when they be running there. So yeah, he ran all the way to I think it was American Airlines, which was across the street, to go catch the next flight out, because it's not like they wasn't at the same gate, because he was at this airport.
And it was different back then going to the airport. It wasn't all that security and all the stuff that we got to go through now. You could just run.
They showed him go through.
Yeah, he definitely wouldn't have been able to run just through her like that now.
Yeah, not now. If you see somebody running through the airport like that, everybody looking to see what's going on.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's a different time now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But he ran through all of there, and then he was in first class. Somebody came and attacked him up there.
Yeah.
But he ended up taking the guy out and putting him in the bathroom. And then he gets back to the house, and Reverend is telling him, oh, they took him. I didn't want to fight because I'm a man of God. I'm like, what? But then somebody else comes back in here, and the preacher ends up taking out somebody. So he, when push comes.
He still push come to show he's a street dude, even though he turned his life around to the Lord. But he still got, he knows street stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna still protect his mans. That's still his man. At the end of the day,
Yeah, but he should have protected him the first time when he remember he was like, when they came the first time, and he was like, I don't want to do that. I'm a man of God.
He said, I'm gonna pray for your soul later.
Exactly. He did say that, yeah.
So I was worried. Now they said D'Angelo got his boy. And then once he left out of there, he went after him. And then we see the little boy, and he did something in blaxploitation movies they didn't do back then. And what was that, Tamika? You ain't never see a black man do this to a white man in a movie.
No.
He actually hung him.
Yeah.
And that was crazy to me, but I was here for it. You know how you be like, it was one of those moments. So yeah, I thought. I'm sorry.
No, I was just answering. Suburban said there was metal detectors. Yes, in the airport it was.
Yeah, it was.
But I'm saying, if you think about, I don't know when the last time you flown, but go try to run through the airport like that now, chasing through and running and hopping over fences and all that. They attacking they're gonna attack your tail.
TSA
you going to
be
prison.
Running and attacking you like a football player.
You're not getting on no plane time. I'm going to first class nowhere. Your ass going to prison.
He bought his ticket though and got on the plane, but he did get stopped because remember he had his keys, because I thought he had a pow with him when he got on that plane, but he took the keys out. He went
know how to fight without the pow. So
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he saves his boy.
Now, we don't know what happened to the other little baby though, right?
No, we never saw the other baby again.
Is she with Sugar Avery?
I think she. Well, that's how it started. Yeah. But they never showed the baby again. Like they only showed the baby one time. It probably was hard back then.
Yeah, I know. And then so him and Jason ran off and never to be seen again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it said. You right?
Yeah.
I thought I had it. I thought I had it. Yeah.
But that I love Fred Williamson. I love almost all his movies. I'm a fan of Fred Williamson, the actor. So, he can't do no wrong for me. And one fun fact, we might have talked about it in Black Caesar. Fred Williamson always said, I think we did speak on this actually. He always said that it was part of his contract that he cannot be taken out. That he has to live at the end. He could get beat up, he could even get shot, but he cannot die. And any of his movies you watch, if you look at any, he don't die in none of his movies.
Right.
It's always like the hero. And that's what we need more to do. We need more superheroes, black men as a superhero.
Exactly.
Look at what like the Shaft type of character, things like that.
We have, to be honest with you, Blade was the first Marvel superhero. They don't give Wesley Snipes no credit. He started that franchise, and it's like they don't want to acknowledge it again.
Oh, no, they never do. They always crap on Wesley Snipes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
This is what it said. Tommy, I had to get it for you. Tommy Gibbs and his son vanished that night. Police and federal authorities still continue the manhunt for them. But to this date, They have not been heard from again. Man, they both grown. He probably taking care of his father now.
He probably left and went to Africa somewhere. He had money, so
yeah,
he probably left. Yeah.
So overall, I like. To me, I like this movie better than the first
and
one.
I think the Sugar Baby lady. I think she did have the little girl.
Right.
I think
she did. She picked her up in the beginning, but we just never saw the kid again.
Saw him again. Yeah.
So this is the vote, y'all. I'm about to close this out. Which movie did you like better? I should have did. I can't decide because people are saying they don't want to choose, but just choose for fun, y'all. Anywho, did y'all cast your vote?
Kendall said he didn't look bad in no Speedos either. I know that's right.
No, and
Fred Windsor was always fine. I'm telling
but
you.
When you know I hate when I see wardrobe changes. When he got off the beach, he had on the long scuba gear. But when they showed him about this, you know, when we showed the whole thing with them doing the giving them the soul food, he had on the briefs. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they was like, you gotta give the ladies a show. That's what they said.
Malik mentioned something about Black Panther, and I guess I shouldn't have said superhero. I should have said action star. Like we had Carl Weathers, rest in peace, who just passed. Mm-hmm. They didn't give him enough roles. Like where's our Shaft, our Carl Weathers type of character, Action Jackson. We need more of those kind of characters.
Alexa, stop. Sorry.
Alexa trying to get on too.
I know she needs to mind her business. I'm sorry, y'all. That was my TV.
Yeah, no, but we don't have the action, and that's why I love Fred Williams. I love Jim Brown, Jim Kelly, any of them kind of guys. Richard Roundtree, rest in peace. We just lost him. All those, and the Pam Grier, and there's some of the other ladies, Cleopatra Jones, all of them people like that. Hollywood is not making these types of movies for us anymore.
Right.
I can't think of nothing that's more recent like that. Those?
Yeah, Malik, I was talking about that was the first Marvel movie, Blade. No, and nobody knew who he was unless you was a comic book head. If you was a comic book head, then you knew who Blade was. Black Panther, I feel like that was supposed to come out years ago. Wesley Snipes wanted to do that too. That's
he was fighting for that to come out. Yeah, and he definitely did say Marvel at that time.
But Malik is right. Black Panther was the first Marvel.
Yes, it was the first comic.
That came out in the 60s.
I was talking about
the movie.
Right. Yeah, we talking about the movie, but he's right about that.
Yeah. And I was mentioning like action stars. You know, like we don't have the black action stars. That's why I love all these black exploitation movies with these guys, because we just don't, with the men and the women. I don't want to exclude the women.
That's why I had liked Lovecraft Country so much when that came out, because I felt like it kind of picked up where those black exploitation films was and how they were done, and then also it gave us real life history facts in it, and that's what scared them so much why they didn't get another season, and I'm still mad about that to this day.
Yeah. And
I was mad about that too.
Somebody else to try to pick it up though.
They did a synopsis for that next season.
Yeah,
and it looked like that thing would have been fire if it went through. Really? Yeah, Malik, nobody's down you. We know that the Black Panther. The first superhero. I was talking about the movie wise.
Yeah, we was talking about
what came out. What movie came out? What black, like they did Blade first. See, but they wanted to show us in a negative light. But Wesley Snipes took that to the next level. You couldn't doubt that. Even though he was a vampire, you ain't know what to think. Is he a good guy, a bad guy? You just liked him.
Well, see, but those people like that,
Kendall, I like Michael Jai White too.
Yeah, he's over.
I'm talking about like real men or ladies kicking butt in the street. That's what I'm saying. Where's the movies like The Shaft and I don't mean these keep remaking. I'm talking about more new stuff.
Yeah,
Hollywood just not making those types of movies for us.
So that's why we need to start
not necessarily about Marvel
movies,
because Marvel's fictional.
Break away from them.
Yeah.
Yep. So that is it for Hell Up in Harlem. I'm gonna close out this vote. Let me close that out. And out and see what's good with that, y'all.
And then we got the next one. I think Foxy was it Foxy or Coffee? Which one was it?
Tamika, what we got going on next? Let them know what we got going on next for Throwback Sunday's Throwback.
I believe Foxy Brown is number 1. I can't remember what come after that, but we have the poll up in our community tabs. It was 4 movies to choose from, and Foxy was blowing them out the water. So it looked like Foxy gonna be next. Of course, we do these throwbacks every 4th Sunday of the month.
I thought I closed it out. I don't even see it now.
Well, okay. We love some Pam Grier over here. So.
Now I don't even know where the vote is. I tried to close it out. I don't see it now.
Let me see.
It was Foxy Brown is number 1. We got a tie between Across 110th Street and Let's Do It Again, and then Piece of the Action is the last one. So we usually do them in the order that they fall in the poll.
And they fall in. It's in both community tabs. You got to scroll down.
No, the
poll is not in the chat. I don't know what happened to it. I may put it up.
It was there because I went and took it. It looked like Hell Up in Harlem was winning when I put my vote in.
That's what they was looking like. That was winning to me too. So I'm gonna call it as that because I can't even get back to it. I tried to close it out and I don't see it.
Right.
So that's what we are with that. So Hell Up in Harlem got it, y'all. Our next thing is Foxy Brown. And we'll come back tomorrow. We're going to be doing Run DMC. The second part, it's on Peacock. Check that out. And also, I will be doing Wendy Williams with Anita on her channel. So please be sure to check y'all notifications. We're also doing All the Queen's Men tonight. We're gonna be at Club Eden at 9. So y'all need to come to the club.
Oh, that's why Tamika looking all sexy with a Club Eden.
Okay, she got her club top on already, which I gotta change my top.
Okay, you got to go in there.
I'm ready for the club. I'm ready for the club.
Yeah, she ready for the club. She got the blue lipstick, everything.
So thanks for we got that Monday.
Run DMC. I said RC finally watched the Run DMC documentary. Okay, well make sure.
All right, so come back for part 2. We're gonna have that and some trivia with myself and Tamika, and of course Inga. We will be here tomorrow. Thursday, Tamika, what you got going on? Ain't you doing your movie Thursday? It's movie night.
It's a busy week, y'all. I'm gonna be out here every day in these YouTube streets. Keep your notifications on. It is movie night with the ladies this Thursday. We're gonna be doing Me Copa. Everybody got the streets talking with that one. I don't know, child. I watched it this morning, but I'm gonna save my thoughts for Thursday.
I haven't looked at it yet. I might look at it late tonight. But somebody told me this evening, a girlfriend of mine called me. She said, "You see the movie?" I said, "Not yet." She said, "Well, just keep in mind, it's a Tyler Perry movie." I said,
yeah, anything I watch, I already know what time it is when it comes to that. So yes, we will be discussing that
because I know how Tyler Perry movies go.
I was here for Travante and Kelly, baby. Okay, that's what I was here for.
Yeah.
I want to see it. I was watching it. I was in the middle of watching it, but I had to come do this with y'all. So and I will come back to it later.
Everything else is as usual. The sisters, the Oval. I am going to be talking about MLKX. I'm trying to set up the day and time. Just the overall, like the parts that stuck out to me and a couple of fun facts. I'm not going to do like an episode by episode thing. That's going to be part of my celebration thing because I didn't get a chance to really do anything for Black History. So before this week is out, I definitely wanted to touch on that. And then, I'm going to have my Mafia Monday, my Flashback Friday, my Self-Care Saturday, my What You Should Be Watching. So it's a full week, y'all. Make sure y'all check in. Okay?
Well, what's for the Mafia? That's the Godfather?
Yeah, we supposed to be doing that next, but me and her got to coordinate times because I still got the last thing of Run DMC. But more than likely, Godfather will be next Monday. I just got to move the Run DMC last thing. So we might be doing Run DMC twice this week. So I do have the poll, y'all. This is the closeout poll. It was Hell Up in Harlem got 76%. So, that's the vote for tonight. Thanks for coming out. Please, like I said, like Tamika and I said, please keep y'all notification on. Y'all know we busy in these YouTube
Thumbs
streets.
up, y'all.
All right. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Come to everybody's channel, hit the like, hit the share. You know, put us up in that algorithm, y'all. And holla, girl. Thanks for coming out, y'all. God bless and have a good night, y'all.
Peace.